Hey guys, welcome back to the Sarah Luscious channel. I'm Sarah Luscious, and today I'm going to do something a little different. Today I'm going to talk about how Sailor Moon saved my life. Um, I've been thinking about doing this for a minute, and I really want to thank Clawman for actually giving me the courage to share my story for real, as his story on bullying really inspired me to go ahead and say this so that there's more than one person out there who's gone through this, and more than one person out there who is a huge nerd or geek for something who's gone through this. Now, in his case, he was bullied for liking Dragon Ball. In my case, people didn't know I liked Sailor Moon, and it saved me in my bullying. Um, Much like him, I was bullied for numerous things. I was called ugly. I used to play Yu-Gi-Oh in school, and people made fun of all of us for that, and all kinds of different things. I was really tall for my age in elementary and middle school. I was like the tallest girl in my class, and I got teased for being so tall, but also being a little wider than some of the other girls at the same time. I had a more adult type body at a very young age, and that was considered strange in my school. So people made fun of me for that. I had Coke bottle glasses, and people made fun of me for that. People used to throw things at me and talk about me and spitballs at me, call me names, call me ugly, and all kinds of things. Then some of the other girls in my class would come up to me during recess and pull my hair and throw my books in the dirt and stuff like that. The guys in the class were usually the ones doing all the name calling. Um, so I got made fun of a lot growing up. I didn't have any friends. I was a huge loner. I usually kept to myself. I was usually sitting in a corner reading a book, even during playtime. I didn't really play outside at school. I only played outside at home with my parents. And so I was an outcast. I was ostracized from the rest of my class. And partially it was my fault, I guess, because I didn't really try to associate myself with other people. But because of that, it's like I stood out, even though I didn't want to stand out. And so I got teased a lot. And by middle school, I was very depressed and suicidal. Now, by then, I had made my first friend, and she and I were best friends starting at about 10 years old. And her and I started watching Sailor Moon together. And it was the one thing we always did. We always talked about it on the phone and stuff like that. And I guess this is really about how both her and Sailor Moon saved my life. Because if not for her, I would have never known about Sailor Moon when it came on. I would have never even known about Toonami, as I didn't really watch a lot of TV in my house. I mostly played video games and read books. Um, and so we began our friendship about 10 years old. But by 11, 12, I was really sad and suicidal. She was still my only real friend, and people were still picking on me, and it was really bad. It felt really lonely, and I didn't want to be around anymore. And I think one day I took a bottle of pills and just wanted to pass out. Well, obviously that didn't work out the way I planned it to work out. I tried to suffocate myself one time, but that's a lot harder than you would think it is. Um, Especially for me, because I have a really good lung capacity and I can hold my breath for a good long time anyway. So, but then I started watching Sailor Moon again, and I was watching it, and I just remembered, things can be bad, but we have the power to change things. I know a lot of people find the Sailor Moon says segments really lame and corny here in America, but they gave a lot of good lessons, and I don't know, it's just something about it. Just I realized that if I wanted things to change for me, I had to change a little bit too. And it wasn't easy, but because I did have that one friend who I finally opened up to and was able to talk to about things, I was able to do it. Like, and I know not everyone who gets bullied and is a loner and goes through these kinds of things has even that one friend, but somebody cares about you. Even if it's not your parents, or even if it's not a friend, somebody cares about you. Total strangers will care about you. And like, I've had total strangers come up to me when I'm in a bad mood or sad, and just come up to me and just ask me if everything's okay. Like, genuinely wanting to make sure I was okay. And it's not something you think about, especially when you're younger, because you're like, well, I mean, a stranger doesn't care about me, especially if the people who around me don't care about me. Why does someone else care? And it's always interesting to think, wow, somebody actually does care about me, even when it feels like they don't. And I care. If nothing else, I care. I care about each and every one of you. I genuinely care about people, and maybe it's because of all the things I've been through, but I really care about people individually. People I don't know. I don't like to see anybody sad or upset or going through anything, and it breaks my heart when anything bad happens to people, no matter who that person is. Even if I never knew them, if I knew them for a second, if I met them one time, if something bad happens to them, it just hurts me. I'm very empathetic about that. And again, maybe it's because of everything I've been through that I'm like that. But I am, and so I wanna say that that's how Sailor Moon helped me out. And I hope Sailor Moon helps you out. I hope I help you out just by being here and posting this video. So this is just a free flow video, not scripted or anything. I just wanted to go in there and say that. Just let it be known. We all go through things, so we all have similar situations. I just hope somebody realizes that they don't have to do it alone. Okay? You can always message me on YouTube, you can DM me on Instagram or Facebook, anything, and I'll try to be as open as possible. I don't have a lot of people in my DMs right now, so I have really no excuse for not answering. I'm not that big. And even if I ever get there, I still want to try and respond, because it's important. People are important. And I honestly and truly believe that. So, I hope everybody has a good day, and I hope this helps somebody. And remember, as I always say, in the name of the moon,